Yeah, 100's doable. 110, no, not so much.
But it is gorgeous here. It's 62 right now.
That works.
Yeah, that's good.
That's not good.
Well, let's go ahead and get started. We might probably, oh, there's
No,
Jan.
turn off the
We probably
volume.
have a few latecomers, but let me go over a little business. This will be our last meeting for the year, or for the summer, for the spring. We're going to go ahead and go back to that traditional hiatus. Tech Club took over this summer. We'll do some help sessions probably in the craft room as we get requests for them. So if you know anybody that's looking for some help, we'll still do that over the summer. If you guys know anybody, we have to change the board over next fall. So if you know anybody that wants to volunteer and do that, of course, I'll be happy to help them out and get them going. But keep that buzz going that Tech Club's going to need a new board next fall. We'll keep that going. And we don't know what the meetings will look like in the fall. Hopefully we'll be back in the Fiesta room and at least hybrid, if not totally in person, and get back to some new normal. But we'll get back together this fall. Any suggestions or anything, of course, email me. We'll keep up to date. I'll probably send out a newsletter once a month just to keep everybody involved. And I want to thank all the speakers this year, and no less to Liz, who is going to do her first attempt at keeping us all entertained for an hour. So
Let's hope so.
and I'm sure she will. So I want to thank her for teaching today, and I think she's going to do something a little light and varied, and probably not just one subject like we usually do, but we'll turn it over to her and take off and go from there. Thanks,
Yeah,
Liz.
so if you don't know me, I have ADD, so we will be all over the place.
That'll work.
I am not very focused, unlike my husband, who is very focused, and he'll say, back on track, Liz. So let me ask you something. Who has an iPhone? Okay. Do you know everything that it does? Because I don't want to waste time doing it. But I was showing Tim some of the stuff that I do with my iPhone, and he thought it would be fun to share it with you. So with those of you that have an iPhone, do you have Siri hooked up?
No, yes.
Okay. So who has grandchildren?
Yes.
Okay. So I was back east a couple weeks ago, and I was driving my 3 grandkids to preschool, and we were talking about animal sounds. They wanted to know what certain animals sounded like. So I just said, while I was driving and my phone was next to me, hey, Siri, what does a zebra sound like?
A zebra sounds like this.
Hey, Siri, what does a cheetah sound like?
Here's a cheetah.
Okay, so we did that all the way to school, and they just kept asking, well, what does, an elephant sound like? And all I had to do was say, hey, Siri. So another thing that Hey Siri will do for you is, how many times have you had somebody over, or you're with a friend at lunch and you want to show them a picture, and you have 8,000 pictures on your phone, and you start scrolling through all your pictures? So all you have to do is say, hey Siri, show me all my pictures of bicycles. So she's going to go into my pictures, and she's going to pull up I have to stop talking for a minute. I'm confusing her. Hey Siri, stop.
There's nothing to stop here. Check if the device.
Hey Siri, show me all my pictures of bicycles. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but she pulled up all the pictures I have on my phone of bicycles. I don't have them tagged as bicycles, but with the facial recognition that Siri has, she pulled up 998 pictures of photos.
Now, the question, can we ask questions along the way?
Oh, please do.
So those are all pictures you took in your picture.
Right, they're all in my photo stream or
Okay.
whatever. Okay, so where you could say, hey Siri, show me my pictures from Christmas 2020.
No kidding.
Yes. Or you could say, show me my pictures from January 2017, because you're looking for a specific date. Okay. Now, if you've gone into your pictures at some point and labeled them, you can say, show me all my pictures of Ginny Elm, and it will bring up all the pictures. So you don't have to be scrolling through, I have, I think, 8,000 pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
Or if you use your location tag on your phone, you could say, show me all my pictures from Minnesota. So it would bring up all your pictures from Minnesota.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah, so that's just with the Hey Siri. And then of course, if you're in your car driving and you don't have Bluetooth and you want to use your phone for directions, you can just say, hey, Siri, give me directions to the Ritz-Carlton, Marana, Arizona. And the directions will come up, and then you can do it all hands-free.
Yep.
So that's one of the things I really like about Siri. Now, another thing, how about with pictures that people send you on your iMessages? My daughter and I exchange pictures probably 3 times a day. She sends them to me of the kids. Well, say you want to show them to somebody that you just got recently, or you're looking for a specific one she sent you, you can just go to the message and click on info at the top, and then it shows you all your photos, all the links that she sent me, any documents she sent me. So sorry, I'm trying to.
Hey, Liz,
Yes.
let's try something real quick.
Okay.
Go down to, if you can find on your floating button, share screen.
Share screen. Yep.
Click on it
Mm-hmm.
and see where it says iPhone, iPad.
Yep.
Click on it
Okay.
and look at your phone,
Okay.
and it should.
I have to allow Zoom have access to my.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Well, it should have allowed you to share. We should be seeing what is on your iPhone right now. There it is. There it is. So now when you're doing these things on your phone, it'll show us as you're doing them.
Okay. Hey Siri, show me all my pictures from December 2020. Uh-oh, I see a bare bum there.
Okay, I think we're seeing your desktop.
Okay.
So let's try it again. Just go back to that share screen.
Says you are screen sharing.
Okay, now choose the different one though. That says the iPhone. I could shut you off and we could try again. Let's try that. Okay, now go back to your share screen.
New share, maybe?
Yeah, new share. There you go. And pick your phone. We're seeing your desktop. We need to see your phone.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it should.
Wi-Fi. I have to do screen mirroring.
Don't think you should, well, there you go. We're seeing your,
Yeah,
now we're seeing your phone, so.
Okay, hey Siri, show me my pictures from December 2020. Hey Siri, show me my photos from Christmas 2020.
There we go.
There you go.
wow, that is cool.
Hey Siri, show me all my pictures of flowers. Oh, there's sunflower from sunflower. So, yeah, so there's all my photos of flowers, and there's 57 of them. Okay,
Yeah,
and I didn't tag them as a flower. Okay,
yeah.
so
Neat.
any object that you might be looking for, or I haven't tried this. Hey Siri, show me all my pictures of food. He's smart. There's a cake, a pumpkin. I don't know what that is. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
All right.
that is good to know, Liz.
And then what I was saying about when people send you stuff on your messages. So here is my daughter and I, we share a lot of crazy pictures. As I said, who knows what's going to show up here. So I want to look for a specific thing here. So I click on her name up here, and then the little info button comes up. And then I can scroll down, and then I can see all the photos, or I can see all the links that we sent to each other, or any documents that I sent to her. So I can click on the documents, and I saw that I sent her a salad recipe, my healthcare information or whatever. Oh no, it's another recipe. So that's a pretty cool thing. And then also, if you want to save a picture that somebody sent to you on your phone, you can just hold on to it, or look down the bottom where that little thing is right here. Click on that, and then you can just say save image.
Mhm,
So now it's in your photos.
mhm.
All right. So do you have any other questions about what Siri can do for you?
She can also.
Or
answer
about
questions.
pictures, or just things like, hey Siri, how old was Marilyn Monroe when she died?
Marilyn Monroe died August 4th, 1962 at age 36 in Los Angeles.
And then if I want more information about that, I can just click on the link that she sent to me to read more about Marilyn Monroe. So another thing you can do with Siri, say you fell on the floor and you can't get to your phone. So you could say,
Just be careful.
I'm going to be careful what I say here, but hey Siri, call Doug Perry. So she's going to call my husband. Okay. And I didn't have to, I'm not at my phone. I didn't touch it, but I'm laying on the floor, but it called. So you could say,
Hello, Liz.
call 911 or whatever. Or just say you're sitting there and your fingers hurt. I don't feel like texting anybody today. Hey Siri, send an iMessage to Doug Perry.
What do you want to say?
Hi Doug, I'm at the Zoom meeting for Sunflower, comma. Would you like to join me? Question mark.
So I have a question, Liz.
Gary says, hi Doug, I'm at the Zoom meeting for Sunflower. Would you like to join me? Ready to send it?
Yes, send.
Okay. It's sent.
Okay, so I didn't touch my phone.
Okay, I always thought you had to hit the big home button in order to get Siri, get her attention.
No, you just have to make sure you say, hey, Siri. You
Ah.
can't say Siri. It has to be, hey, Siri.
Okay,
Okay.
And that is a setting that you
And yeah, I was
do
just going to say
have to turn on. Yeah.
you're saying that brought mine up.
oh, so if you don't have it set up, you can go over to where it says Siri. And the buttons would have to say, listen for, hey, Siri, you know. So she knows me, she knows my voice, because when I've tried to talk to Doug's phone, sometimes she doesn't pay any attention to me, but she knows his voice. So that's a really good feature if your phone is across the room and you don't want to get up, or you just don't feel like texting. You let her do all the work for you, or you're driving and you don't want to be texting while you're driving. You can just say, hey, Siri, send Doug a message just saying, I'm almost there, you know. So,
Liz,
yes,
here's a question that's pretty much very common today. We just updated to 14.5.1. And that
right,
has the new tracking system in there, whether you can tell an app whether you want to be tracked or not tracked.
right.
If you went to Siri, you think she could tell you exactly where to go to find this on your iPhone? Because it's not very noticeable.
It's probably under location services or something like that, I'm thinking. Because when they've asked me about tracking, I just say, no, I don't want to be tracked.
But there's a switch you can turn off that you don't even have to tell them you don't want to be tracked.
Right,
Once
right.
you turn that switch off, they automatically will not track you. But it's not that easy to find that switch on the iPhone. I know it's in settings someplace.
One trick I use a lot is if you scroll to the top of your settings, there is a search bar. And I just put in tracking on mine. And there it is under tracking privacy. And if you click on that, it will go to that setting.
There you go. So I have mine set up, allow apps to request to track.
Okay.
So they have to request it. So that was back there. And like Tim said, I just went to the settings at the top here and just typed in tracking under my search bar.
There are so many settings, I've quit trying to remember them.
Yeah.
That's how I get to them.
One cool thing Tim taught me a couple weeks ago was with the new update, if you have an Apple Watch, you can set it up so if you're wearing a mask, it recognizes your face for the opening your phone, because I use my facial recognition to open my phone instead of a passcode. So that was a cool thing. If you don't have an Apple Watch, it's not applicable. But that was pretty cool. So anybody else have any questions about Siri and what she can do for you?
Thank you, Liz. I felt like I learned a lot. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I have a friend who falls a lot, and I'm going to tell her about the Siri in case she has to call somebody.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
As long as she's, can hear you.
yeah.
She'll make the phone call for you, or send a
Yeah.
message for
That
you.
is,
Or,
that could be a lifesaver.
yeah,
Call the police.
call the
911,
police, or
friend, neighbor.
say you're
Liz?
laying in bed and you don't want to get out of bed, and but somebody wants to know you're up. Yes, and you can just, send a message saying, yes, I'm awake, but I'm not out of bed yet,
You can ask her what time.
Good.
Liz?
Thank you.
And you
Liz?
can just say, you can ask her what time it is. You can ask her to tell you what your appointments are for the day. You can ask her to remind you to leave for an appointment, all by saying, "Hey Siri,"
Wow.
you know.
Well,
Hey,
it's just
Siri.
like it's just like Alexis, right?
Alexa, yes,
Alexa.
yeah. So, "Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes." So there's my timer. And, you could say that while you're cooking, or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
You
Yeah.
want to leave for an appointment.
So there's my, so I'm going to stop sharing here. And I'm going to talk about Alexa right now. How many have Alexa? Mark does, Harry does, okay. So she heard me talking and she's confused. Okay, so we actually have 2 Alexa devices. We have one that sits on the table in between my husband and myself, and we have one in our bedroom. And let me see if you can see it. Okay, no, it's too dark. Anyway, so what we do with Alexa is, and we're not lazy people, we just like technology, okay? We have our lights hooked up to Alexa, okay? So when I come out in the morning, I say, "Alexa, lights on." Okay, so there you see my light, both lamps just went on. And I can say, "Oh, those lights are too bright first thing in the morning. Alexa, lights 50%. So she dimmed them to 50%. So I want it brighter. I'm trying to read. Alexa, lights 100%. Okay, back on. So now we'll have another set of lights in our ceiling. And I say,
Sorry, I don't know that, but I do have a skill you might like.
"Alexa, stop.
It's called
Alexa, overhead lights on." So there's our hi-hats that just came on. I didn't have to get up to turn a switch on or anything. They just came on automatically. Okay?
So Liz,
Yes.
what do you have to do to make that happen? Do you have to connect or anything?
Yeah. So what we did was we purchased these lights, and they're made by Felt Electric.
Oh, Wi-Fi on them.
And
Okay.
they're intelligent light bulbs. So, and they can be dimmed whatever you want to be. I don't know how expensive they are. My husband might know.
I don't know.
He's the
But
one.
they're specifically Wi-Fi.
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah, okay. Okay.
and you have to download an app for it.
and you download an app for it on your phone.
Oh,
Now, the lights that we have in our lamps and in our bedroom are Philips, okay? And they're hooked up to a hub. And the Philips hub is the Wi-Fi, not the bulbs, okay? But when I turn off the lights in the living room, I can say to Alexa, I can ask her to turn the lights on in the bedroom. So I can just walk into the bedroom and the lights are on. So I'll do a little, I'll walk into my bedroom right now.
This is where our switch is for the overhead.
So I'm walking into the bedroom. So there is my, oops. That's my, you have to call her something different. So she's Echo in here, okay? So I say, Echo, light number 1 on. And then, so the light barely came on because last night when we went to bed, we dimmed them to 10% while we're getting ready. So I Echo, light number 1 on 100%. Okay, we're in bed, we've kissed goodnight, everything is done for the day. I just say, Echo, good night. and the lights go off. Okay?
Yes.
Better than the clapper.
So it's better than the clapper, or, you know, like I said, you can have it on dim to 10%, or you can go all the way, you know, up to 100%. So that's that in there. Now, another thing I love about Alexa, I cook quite a bit, and you're making chicken and your hands are nasty with chicken guts and stuff, and you realize that, oh my goodness, I ran out of garlic. So I just say, hey, Sarah, hey, Alexa. No, now I'm getting mixed up with my devices. Okay. So I say, Alexa, add.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
See,
Could you please repeat it?
What can I add for you?
please add garlic to my shopping list.
You already have garlic on your shopping list.
Alexa, please add olive oil to my shopping list.
Olive oil added to your shopping list. By
Okay.
the way, if you want to send your shopping list to your Alexa contacts, I can help with that.
Okay,
Just
thanks.
say, send my shopping list.
So on my phone, I'll go back to sharing if I can.
To connect a phone or Bluetooth device to your Echo, there are a few steps.
Sorry, I'm going to share my phone again. Hopefully it'll work. I have to do mirroring again. Bear with me.
There it is.
All right, so on my phone, I have the Amazon Alexa app, okay? Now, Doug also has it on his phone. And he's at Costco, and he wonders what I need at Costco. Well, guess what? He just has to go on to my Costco shopping list and see that I need avocado oil, I need vitamin D, I need pistachio nuts, magnesium, frozen blueberries. Because I've just stood at my kitchen sink and added all those things while I'm in the kitchen. So I didn't have to say, you know, Doug doesn't have to call me from Costco and say, what do you need here? Or Doug is at Trader Joe's. What do you need at Trader Joe's? Oh, she needs wine. She needs honey. Or I have a regular shopping list. So as you can see, the olive oil that I just talked about 2 minutes ago is on there. I added peppercorns, pancake mix, blah, blah, blah. So after I've bought these things, I just cross them off and it's done. So you can set up all kinds of lists on here. Or you can, and this is where you find your routines with, like, start my day. Some people will say that to her. I'm not going to say her name because she'll start talking, but some people want to hear the stock market as soon as they get up, or say they want to hear the weather. So you could tell her that you want to hear the weather, you want to hear the stock market, or say you want an inspirational verse in the morning, like a Bible verse. She'll read that to you there. So that's some of the things that she can do for you. So here's my devices in here where we talked about, oh, our Nest thermostat is also connected here. So we can say to Alexa, set the temperature to 76 degrees.
The AC is set to 76.
So she just set the thermostat to 76 degrees. Or you're too cold.
Here's something I found on the web.
Sorry.
According to justmaster.com.
Sorry, I didn't stop talking. So it's too cold in the house, you just say, Alexa, turn the temperature up to this, you know.
These are all things that Siri cannot do. Is that correct?
I don't think
As
so.
far as I know, she can't. I don't know of any Apple devices that does that.
Okay,
But she also will answer silly questions. My husband asked a lot of crazy questions. And you can also pull those things up. You can look at the activity. What's going on? You know what I mean? I'm not going to answer this right now. My timer just, but somebody said, what's the temperature? She said, right now it's 64 degrees. So my Doug loves to say, Alexa, joke of the day. Alexa, joke of the day.
Today I have a baseball joke. Why are zebras so bad at baseball? 3 strikes and they're out.
So
They're always cool.
they're always corny jokes, but you can ask her, Alexa, tell me a joke about basketball.
The Golden State Warriors walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, we have a drink named after you. It's called First Place Losers."
Anyway, so you can ask her all kinds of crazy things, and she'll answer them for you. So,
How old is somebody?
you can ask how old somebody is, or say you're cooking and you want a recipe. So you could just say, Alexa, share a brownie recipe with me. I don't know if she heard me. Bear with me.
Alexa, share a brownie recipe with me.
She's not answering me. I don't know what's going on. Alexa, recipe for brownies.
Okay, for brownies, I recommend classic brownies from Side Chef. 45 minutes to make, serves 12. What would you like? Start recipe. Send it to your phone, or here next recipe.
Start recipe.
Classic brownies from Side Chef. There are 8 ingredients. Would you like
Alexa,
to gather
stop.
ingredient-
Okay, so that's, that's one of the things she can do.
Anything you can think about.
Liz,
Yes,
can I go back to that Siri? I have one question on that.
sure.
Let's say you fall down on the floor and your iPhone is about 10 feet away on a counter and the iPhone is shut off. If you use Hey Siri, call 911, will it call 911 at a 10-foot distance?
Let's give it a go. I'm not going to say 911, but my husband just put the phone in the kitchen and we'll see.
Okay.
Any
Now the
other?
phone is shut off, right?
Call my wife.
Calling Liz. Mobile.
Okay, Doug just did it. His phone was locked
Doug Perry.
and he was at least 10 feet away and the phone was locked.
That is in the settings as well, Stanley, as to whether
laying on the
Alexis
floor.
will answer when your phone is
I
locked.
think I talk again, Doug. I'll stop.
Hey Siri, call my wife.
Okay, he went about how many feet away?
15.
He went about 15 feet away and it didn't work.
Hey Siri, call my wife.
He's getting closer, sorry. Trying different
Oh, you know
distances.
what? It's still calling.
Oh, you know what? It's still calling. Sorry, we were still connected. That was a mistake on our part. All right, we'll try it again.
Hey Siri, call my wife.
Calling Liz. Mobile.
Okay, he was at least
Doug Perry.
he was at least 20 feet away from his phone.
and it was off?
And it was off.
That is in the settings, whether Siri will answer when your screen is locked or not. So make sure you have that in your settings.
Yeah, you gotta turn that switch on when.
You do have
like-
to turn it on that it will, Hey Siri will work when it's locked.
See this
Right.
Allow
right here?
Siri when locked.
Right,
says-
okay,
Allow Siri when locked.
okay,
But yes, Stanley, it will then. It would call 911 or it will call your emergency contacts, which you can enter down below. It doesn't have to be 911. It can be your adult child that you depend on. It can be the center. It can be a lot of things. If you go down, well, that's back in the settings. It's more under the emergency 911. Let's see.
This one here?
Yeah, if you go down there, set up emergency contacts and health, I believe, or let me.
Or any
It's got under
contact.
emergency and SOS, and
Yeah.
then, yes, yes, under emergency contacts. Set up emergency contacts in health evidently.
Mhm.
Yes, and then you can enter, I have my wife and my daughter, so if I just say, call my emergency contact, Siri would do that without calling 911 necessarily.
okay, thank you.
Wow, that's fabulous.
Yes. Sorry. Any other questions there? That really is good for emergency stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Play music too.
And another thing I like with this about announcing the calls, I have this set up so she always announces my calls. She'll say, if that phone number is in my contact list, it'll say, Ginny Elm is calling or Tim Walters calling. Then you can decide to answer the phone or not. Say you're across the room and you're like, well, I don't want to answer it if it's somebody I don't want to talk to right now.
Yes, yeah.
So she can tell you who is calling. And I also have it set up, I have to find this. Tim, maybe you can remember, I have it set up so spam calls immediately are silenced. Like
Yeah, let's
phone.
see.
Yeah, see, I have this silence unknown callers on. So if that phone number isn't in my contact list or somebody's called me recently, it'll automatically silence it so I don't even hear the phone ring. It just sends it straight to voicemail. So, and that's usually, and every single time I've had that happen, it's always a spam call. So that's something I like having set right there. So here's all the people I've blocked because these were all spam calls. So none of these calls can ever come into my phone again. Pretty cool. Any other questions about that? Or about the phone in general or apps in general or? How about Facebook? Who's on Facebook? I had talked to Tim about this. Harry, your wife is Jackie, right?
Yes.
Okay. One thing I noticed about Jackie's settings, Jackie has her settings set up so anybody in the world can see her posts. See this little globe right here? Little world insignia, this icon?
You're, you're on block contacts.
You're on,
Your phone is still showing your
oh,
screen
okay,
shares.
gotcha. Sorry, I have to go to a different screen sharing now. Bear with me.
On your,
Okay,
There we go.
okay, so do you see this little globe here?
yep.
That means anyone in the world, even people who don't have Facebook, can see everything that she posts. Okay? So that's something, I mean, she may have it set up like that because she likes it. Now, for me personally, I have it set up. So, sorry, I have to move this. How do I get this over here? Here's my setting. So, my posts, okay. I don't post a lot of stuff except, okay, so these here, that means only my friends can see that. So if your friends have it set up that anybody can see your stuff, then they can go in and see all your friends. And then it just opens things up for people hacking into your Facebook. They start to see your likes, your dislikes. They see that you answer quizzes. And they see the answers to your quizzes. Say you're answering a quiz that says, what was your favorite first car in high school? So everybody knows that it was, you know, Buick something or other. So that could be a password for something. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to my. I've never screen shared before, so bear with me.
You're doing fine.
How do I go back to my screen?
Back to your Facebook would be,
No, I want to go back to my screen. I want to go back to see you guys.
just go down to the bottom and your floating bar of share screen should come back up. I can do it from my end. Hang on.
Yeah, it's just. There you go.
Go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway.
So you're back.
Okay. So does anybody have any questions about that, about the Facebook, who you're sharing things with? That it's usually better to keep things a little tighter. The less people seeing your information, the better. So you're better off having your settings so that only your friends can see your stuff, not everybody in the world.
And if you want more detail on that, for those of you that were there, remember Patrick Chamberlain did a whole class on just Facebook settings, and it's on our YouTube. And even I have to go back and refer to it because the settings in Facebook are quite complicated, and he goes through them pretty well, and it's all recorded. So you can go through it a couple times and figure out how to set that security a little tighter. Or looser if you want. He goes in, there's levels that you can have where you post and you click a button and it does go to the whole world, or it just goes to your family, or it just goes to your friends. And he goes into how you set that up. And it's not simple, but he taught a very good class. It's on the YouTube
Yeah.
channel for United for Sunflower.
Like Tim might want to have his set up for the world to see because he's a realtor. He wants to expose his new listing to as many people as he can. So if somebody clicks on it, then all their friends see that you've clicked on something.
And I am trying to share my, are you seeing my,
Yes, we are.
Yes,
you had that question, Jenny. You should be seeing, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're seeing the lights at Home Depot that Liz has for $89 for
Hmm.
4
No,
of them.
not seeing that.
You're not seeing that?
I
Oh, wait a
think
minute.
it-
Yeah,
yeah, a 4-pack of light bulbs.
yeah.
Okay.
Those are the color changing lights.
They can be. I mean, with the LEDs, they can do a lot once they have the electronics on them. I
Yeah.
like being able to control that temperature, they call it, in the lights, and you can go from operating room where you want to cook with to mood lighting when you just have friends there and it's not as harsh. So
Right.
So Liz, the Phillips you were talking about, I guess in your lamp, were those the color changing as well as white?
No, they're just white and they're
Okay.
typical.
Okay.
these are actually the ones that she showed. They're the Fight electric, and they're a 4-pack. So the biggest thing I found with all of these Wi-Fi compatible things are, for example, Siri does have, there is a thermostat Siri controls. It's called an Ecobee. When it comes to any of the smart technology that pairs with the Apple devices, I highly recommend grabbing your wallet tightly and going into the Apple store.
Mhm.
If you get your smart devices at the Apple store, they work. If you get them from Best Buy, they may or may not.
Oh, wow.
So you'll usually pay a premium at the Apple store, but if you want to use Apple smart devices, go to the Apple store is my recommendation. But the biggest thing is compatibility.
Mhm.
Right.
And whatever device it is, make sure that it says somewhere that it is compatible with either your Apple or your Alexis. So you know when you get home that it's going to work.
Yeah, because Doug tried to install one for our ceiling fan, but it was not compatible. Because we have a remote, but he wanted to be able to do it by voice. And like I said, we're not lazy. He just likes to, he likes technology.
My favorite saying is I work very hard at being lazy, and technology is that.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to do real quick, I think you're still seeing my screen share. Stanley had a question on the way they've redone the sign-up sheets.
Oh,
And I think the easiest way now is if you're seeing the Sunflower Living website,
Yep.
and you just go to resident information and facility reservations, Stanley, there you are. And if you want to go on your pool reservations, you just type that, it'll come up, and then you just find your slot and sign up and submit and sign up. So you're still with us? Oh, Stanley dropped off. I'll have to call him later. Anyway, that was his question of the day. So while I was there, I wanted to grab that. Everybody have big plans for the summer, or?
Going to Ohio. This is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
hi, Michelle.
Leaving Friday for Ohio. It snowed the other day. It was 39 degrees.
Oh, golly. Why are you going back?
Hmm.
But I don't want to be here for 110 either, so I'll be all right.
There you go.
We're going back to Arlington, Virginia. Grandbaby number 8 is being born supposedly July 16th. So
Wow,
we're going to be there to help out with that.
fun, very nice.
Yeah, so we'll probably stay 3 or 4 weeks, depending on how long we can take it.
Right,
4 kids and a dog and 2 cats and
yeah, it's a challenge.
yes, yes.
Good times. Well, thank you, Liz. It was a fun hour, and
Very informative, Liz, thank you.
A
Oh,
lot of
you're
good
welcome.
stuff.
Very good.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you very much, Liz. Very informative.
Oh, you're welcome. If you have any questions, I'm in the phone directory. Feel free to call me. I'd love to help people out with technology.
Hey, Liz, I did not bring my directory home. Can you give me your iPhone cell number?
Sure, it's 215-805-1774.
Yep, yep. Thank you.
And I'm also, if you forget, I'm in the welcome committee, so I'm listed in the sun catcher every
Oh,
month
yeah, yeah.
for
Thank
that.
you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I feel so smart now.
A lot of it's trial and error, and some of it is having younger, kids who are, they're all about technology. And my daughter has taught me a lot, and my husband has taught me a lot. Like I said, he loves technology. He got a Tesla last year because he loves technology.
Good for him.
And he's a Musk fanboy, so he's all about doing stuff with voice commands, and he loves to drive his car now with all the voice commands. And his favorite one is to say, "My wife is hot." And when he says that, the passenger temperature air goes down, so it starts to cool me off. So
That's good.
yeah, it's fun stuff. So anyway.
Tim, I have a question if I might put to the tech club. I'm
Sure.
on Windows 10 and I've been experiencing some real difficulty with my email on Outlook. I have Outlook 2013 on it, and it quit coming in. I couldn't receive emails in, but I could send emails out. And then I called Comcast, and they sent me through a bunch of hoops that were all wrong and the wrong thing to do. And I was wondering if there's anybody within the tech club that is good with Outlook technology or skills that might give me some
What
information.
version did you say you had again?
Of Windows 10.
Yeah, but of Outlook.
Oh, Outlook, it says Outlook 2013.
That might be your problem, although I thought they'd still support 2013.
I was told by Comcast that it's still a good system and they still support it. But the guy I was talking to was in, they call it some kind of repair service of the system there, and he led me down a path that was all wrong. But I was able to recover it, and then it started working again. And now this morning when I tried to log in to get into this, it took a long time to load it. Outlook 2013.
Tim, I don't have Windows. I am an Apple girl, but I find that if I just Google on YouTube what I'm having a problem with, I can always find a video that helps me go through things, because I'm a visual person and it helps me to see what to do. And sometimes I'll just stop it in the middle of, and then I'll try something. And you could just Google Outlook mail problem in Windows thing, and there's probably a video to help you out.
Okay. Good.
You could try that.
Yeah.
And then when in doubt, do a restart.
I've done that. I did that restart. That was the first step.
Yeah.
And then it still wouldn't go. Well, it stopped working on Saturday and I was working on it on Sunday. And,
Maintenance.
and then
What's wrong with it?
and all my work with
I'll have to look. Probably that scrawny looking plant down there.
They said they would send me an update, and I have no idea if that update was what made it started working. But then, like I say, this morning I was still having some issues, but then it finally loaded. Yeah, so
And you have full capacity on it. Sometimes people don't clear their mail out and it's slow coming in because you don't have the space in there.
Well, it wouldn't come in at all. I
Okay,
guess for a
Okay.
part of it. Now, here's another question I maybe throw out on this particular situation is I'm very bad at cleaning up my email and deleting all those at times, so I have a lot in there. Can I delete out a whole bunch, let's say go back to a date, like take out everything, delete everything that's 2019, and I've put a bunch of emails that I wanted to keep into folders. So if I delete the emails on, does it delete anything in the folders, or can I save that but delete, say, all of 2019? Is there a way to do that?
I don't know. What I've done when I go into my server, sometimes just periodically, I will pick something that I get a lot of mail from, a particular company or whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll do a search for, it'll be Cole sends a lot of junk emails. So I'll just hit Cole, and then I'll just hit delete all. And then there'll be like 40 emails from Kohl's, and then they're deleted. Or, so if you go sort your mail from anybody, and they'll go at A to Z, you could just go through and say, I don't need anything from Lowe's, from Home Depot, from Amazon, whatever, and just go through pages of them and just say delete all. That's one way of doing it.
Okay. Now, how do I get to that step of identifying which vendor I want to?
Oh gosh, it's been so long since I've been on that kind of, I would just go to your outlook.com and sign into your account and then sort your mail by that particular mode, by from, and then you could, or you could just do
Tim,
it.
if you do a search in that mailbox from or to or whatever, it will pull them up. It will sort them for you.
Right.
I'm on a newer, I went to 365, so I can't tell you which version I've got actually, but they have changed that search feature and where it is over the years, but it's still pretty much, search is your friend.
Okay.
Find a search bar that won't delete anything, but it will sort it for you. And if you just back out of your search, you're back to where you are normally. So,
so if I
there are some
search,
account
let's say
things.
Kohl's, and it lists as all Kohl's, then where do I find the delete all on that?
You're usually like a box that says at the top, delete all, and you could just click all of those. Let me see if I can share my screen again. Let's see.
I'm always concerned about if I were to hit delete all, I'd lose all my email. Just the one subject. But
Are you on an Exchange server, or what kind of email do you have?
no, it's through Comcast, and it's on Outlook.
So is your email tim@comcast.net?
Well, yeah, that's it. I'm on this.
Can you guys see my screen?
We can.
Yeah.
We're seeing your Gmail account.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I could do is I could search for Kohl's, like I said. Oops. Sorry. Oh. Gosh, sorry. Okay, so there's all my emails from Kohl's. So right here, if I click select there, now I can just delete all those.
Oh, you do hit select first.
All at once. So it says all 50 messages on this page are deleted. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what I need to clean up, but I didn't want to clean up stuff out of my folders that I've put in there.
Yeah.
But I want to just delete, just pick some of these vendors that will send me 1 and 2 emails a day. sometimes.
Yeah, like I have a ton of calls in here too, as you can see.
Yeah,
So, and this shows how many gigabytes of mail I'm using and Gmail. I still have 6.24 gigabytes of the 15 left.
yeah, okay.
So.
Yeah, got it.
But
All right. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Appreciate it. Well, everybody have a nice, cool summer somewhere besides Tucson. Yeah.
Nice seeing all y'all.
Nice seeing you all. Have a good summer. Call if you need anything.
Yeah, call me. I love to help people, so feel free to call me and I can meet you at the Village Center, or you can come here. I can come to your house. I'd be happy to help you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Liz.
You're welcome.
As always, I recorded this and it'll be up on our YouTube channel within a day or two. So if you want to review it, jump on.
Thank you.
All
Okay,
right.
you're welcome. Bye now.
We'll
See you all in the fall. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.